Hello, I'm SquidofLove, welcome back to another 20 minutes of gameplay. Today we are going to take a look at Grim Dawn, an action RPG game that has been available as an early access title for quite a while and it is now finally released. I have to say that Grim Dawn is representative of the ARPG genre, a very fun game and perfect not only for veterans of the genre but also newcomers. So let's go ahead and take a look at Grim Dawn and how good it is. At the heart of the gameplay is of course your character and the skills that you have chosen for him or her. This will determine the way you can play your character, this will determine how you can proceed through the world and what kind of enemies will be easier to deal with. At the beginning you can choose out of these 6 classes: Soldier, Demolitionist, Occultist, Nightblade, Arcanist, Shaman. For example, this character here is a Nightblade, a dual weapon wielder melee class. You can choose a certain skill, a certain set of skills to follow and try to unlock it, or you can have a number of different skills available, try to level them up and make a more versatile character. Every time you level up, you gain some attribute points that you can assign to one of these 3 attribute stats: physique, cunning, spirit. Depending on the character and the class you have chosen, you should focus on a certain attribute with a secondary one. So for example, our Nightblade will require more cunning than spirit and as a secondary option physique to give him more HP. And this is how you level up and this is how you make your character stronger. Same goes with your skills. You get 3 points every time you level up and you can choose them in order to increase the main stats of your class or choose some of these skills and try to level them up even further. At a certain point you can choose a certain class and combine it with your first, your main one, and in that way you can create a totally different class out of these 6. So for example, if we grab Demolitionist and level it up a bit, give it one of these 3 different skills, we will get a Saboteur. It's a very interesting concept. There is a lot of depth in this game and you can make a number of different combinations, very interesting combinations. The game is set in a post-apocalyptic world where destruction has brought mankind at the brink of extinction, and in order to learn more about what happened you will have to search around, you will have to explore, find notes, and this is absolutely an amazing experience. You will keep looking around for notes that will let you know what happened at different areas and how you can move forward in order to help mankind survive. Now we can take a look. If we take a look at the world map, there are a number of areas that you have to travel through in order to find what is going on, in order to find what caused this destruction, and of course try to fix it. The end area is the Bastion of Chaos, where you will meet the final boss, and this area over here north of Devil's Crossing is somewhat the starting area where you learn how to play the game and what choices to make in order to make your character stronger. Other ways to make your character stronger is by finding, of course, items, and these are very important in an ARPG title. Finding stronger items, rarer items that will give you certain abilities, that will give you better stats, is always the way to go in ARPG titles. And Grim Dawn is no exception. Actually, it has a plethora of items, thousands of items that you can find and equip on your character in order to make him stronger. In order to travel around, you can use your personal rift, and in that way you can travel at any area that you have already explored and you have activated a rift already. So if we want to go from the Broken Hills we are at the moment to Arconian Foothill Rifts, all we have to do is activate our personal rift and travel there. There are of course multiple levels of difficulties that you can choose to play Grim Dawn. At the beginning normal should be enough, and later you can play veteran or even elite. And of course around the world there are a number of settlements you can visit, take quests from them and try to barter, sell, make money, make profit. Another way to make your character stronger is by finding components, combining them in order to make stronger versions of them, and then equipping them on your items, on your armor, on your weapons, on everything you can wear. So if we take a look on our armor, we can see the highlighted components that we can use, and if we grab one of these, this will give us plus 15 armor. So right click, select the armor we want, and complete this combination. Now our armor will have more protection, and this is quite important as you progress in the game and want to make a stronger character. There is literally a huge variety of skills that you can use, a lot of combinations that you can create, not only with skills but also with your classes. So for example, this character over here is a warlock, which means that is a combination of an arcanist, a mage, and an occultist. You can choose any kind of skill you want depending your main class, but later you can also take skills that are not very common for your main class and have many different skills that you can use at the same time. It all depends on how you want to play this game. It all depends on how you wanna have fun. Our warlock is mainly a mage with a familiar, this raven over here, that will assist us in destroying the enemies that we find ahead of us. It is a very enjoyable game. I'm having a lot of fun playing, and the value of replayability is high. You can keep creating characters, and you can try every time to make a different combination of classes that will allow you to use different skills. Loot is everything, of course, in this game and the ARPG genre, so you are always looking for better loot. Another way to gain more skills and better attributes and make your character stronger is of course by using devotion points and applying them in the constellations over here. This will give us, for example, if we choose this one, a plus 10% cold damage and plus 10% lightning damage. And you should choose these bonuses depending on your character and what kind of skills is using already. So our warlock, for example, is dealing mostly cold and electricity damage, so it is only logical to go after these plus 10% damage bonuses. As you unlock constellations and when you complete them, you can gain certain skills that you can equip on your existing skills, and every time you use your existing skills, these devotion skills, will level up and become stronger, helping you dealing more damage to your targets. This is also a very nice way to gain more skills and create a more stronger character. How to find these devotion points and use them in constellations? If we go to the world map, we can find some shrines around the world, restored shrines. They are restored because I have restored now, but there are shrines around the world that you can restore in order to gain these points. Sometimes this will require from you to fight an evil force that is inhabiting these shrines, or just repair them in order to gain the devotion point. It is easy to find these shrines if you are nearby. You can see them on your compass, a ruined shrine for example, and if you click on them you can see what you have to do. Sometimes they will ask you to root out the evil that is living inside the shrine, or sometimes they will just ask you to use a component in order to restore it. If we offer this, we have gained one devotion point. It is very easy to go around and gain these points, and now we can go to the constellations and use this point, make our character even stronger, gain plus 15% cold and lightning damage. It is important to read all the bonuses, and depending on your character, to decide which one of these constellations you want to complete, which skill, which bonus you want to have. It is very easy, the items you are finding, to transfer them from one character to another by just using item transfer, and that way you can have better equipment for your new characters when you are reaching a certain level. And of course, with all the components you are finding and keeping, you can craft new items that you can use in order to give better stats and better attributes on your different characters, on your different classes.
Bring me back any blueprints you find.
You can play Grim Dawn any way you like. If you enjoy being a summoner and have strong pets fighting for you, then you can do it. You can stay behind and try to debuff or hurt your enemies with certain skills. This of course depends on the class you have chosen. If you are an occultist, you can debuff your targets. If you are a shaman like this character, you can use spells in order to help your pet and kill them even faster. Grim Dawn has huge depth as far as skills and items goes, and it is really enjoyable to play this game. Throughout the world there are of course stronger enemies, stronger bosses, mini bosses, and targets that will make your life hard before you can destroy them, but this is also the beauty of Grim Dawn. The harder battles that you will fight and the stronger enemies that you will destroy. As you play the game and as you complete certain quests and as you destroy certain enemies in certain areas, you will gain reputation with certain factions. So the enemies that you kill will be hostile towards you, but the humans and the settlements that are around this world will be friendly towards you, and as this reputation is increasing, they will give you access to better equipment, to better weapons and better armor. You will need a certain reputation in order to access these better items and buy them for your character, but it is worth your trouble. And of course you can unlock the bounty table, where you can gain better missions and more currency, better rewards after you reach a certain reputation. For example, this one will be available for us when our character reaches a respected reputation with this faction. Overall, Grim Dawn is a lot of fun, and you can choose how to play. Each time you can choose a different set of skills for the same class, or you can choose different combination of classes if you want to experience this game at its fullest. There is no wrong way to go. You can test any kind of skill in the game, and choose a different approach every time you are fighting through a certain area, or every time you will have to boss. Boss fights are also very challenging and very hard in this game, in Grim Dawn. You will have to be very careful and have a lot of potions in order to survive them. If you don't like your certain set of skills, do not worry, you can remove them and you can try different ones by simply spending the currency of the game, which is iron bits. If you have enough iron bits, you can remove the skills you have, and you can take new ones, level them up, use them, and create a much better experience for you until you have the skills you want. And it is very easy to do it. All you have to do is go to the right NPC, pay to remove the skill you don't want, and you will get a skill point back. After that, you can choose how you want to spend that point. You can choose a different skill, you can follow a different path. There is no one way that you can play a class. There is no certain path that you have to follow. You can choose the skills you want, you can make the combinations you like, and enjoy Grim Dawn. Grim Dawn is an excellent ARPG title with incredible depth, and you should definitely take a look, not only if you are a veteran of the channel, but also if you just want to give it a try. You will have a lot of fun playing many hours with this game, and the number of combinations you can do is simply limitless. You will play so many hours and you will have not experienced everything that Grim Dawn has to offer. This was Grim Dawn, an excellent title, and you should definitely take a look at it. Thank you very much for joining me watching this video. I'm SquidofLove, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.